Hello, craft beer friends, and welcome to Season 10, Episode 7 of Tap to Craft Podcast. I am Denny Luce, coming to you from Boise, Idaho, and my partner in craft, the dog whisperer, and my favorite Florida man from Tampa, Florida, Mr. Kris McKenzie. How the heck are you doing tonight, buddy? And what is in your glass?
Well, Denny, I, like every other Monday, am tired with you.
Well,
um,
it's the price we pay for our wild weekends.
yeah, well, I mean, you may have had a wild weekend. I sure didn't, but I'm enjoying a wonderful beer tonight that I'm gonna share the actual
Oh, look, you got the
can
drinking
with it,
now.
so it's not completely blurred out. Moose Drool from Big Sky Brewing. And
Nice.
now I'll share you what my glass looks like too, because it's in my badass Beer Fest glass from
Nice.
last year. But it's really
Like
cool
a
design on this. It's all
yeah,
all jungly
tropical.
looking,
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the
I
PVC
like
on there
that. All the way around too.
all the way around too. And it was okay. Now I got to go back to okay, that's better. This is what they gave out as the tasting glass last year for the VIPs. So we tossed it in a book bag and got a regular tasting class or glass, and this one survived.
Well,
So,
good.
but
Good.
yeah,
Yeah.
but love getting this brown ale when I can. And again, just like every beer I've been drinking on the last couple episodes, it's only when I can get out west to get it. But Kyle Marrero just hopped on, said cheers,
Hey,
guys.
Kyle.
Um,
Cheers.
but what about you, Denny? How are you doing, and what's in your glass this evening?
I'm doing well. Had a busy weekend. So busy that I'm going to have to take a day off in the middle of the week just to recoup. That's how busy it was. But yeah, doing good. I went back into my youth, kind of regressed back and had a nice drinking night, celebrating my good friend Sean's daughter's marriage on Saturday, and I just decided to let loose and drink a few beers and had a good time. Didn't get, I mean, it worked out well because I didn't overdo it where the next day I was dead and sick or anything. I woke up fine and had a very productive day on Sunday doing a lot of yard work and staining my deck, which was tedious. The deck part was done already. I already did that. It's the railing that I have. And it's a pinwheel style railing with these one by one slats that go in a pinwheel style. I'll tell you what, it looks beautiful. Pain in the ass to stain all four edges of all these little, you know, small pieces. But Sarah got out there and helped me, and we got all the railing done in about 4 to 5 hours. And then I got almost all the posts to go up to our pergola completed, but I got four left. And Sarah said, you got to come in. You're looking pretty wore out because we just went nonstop, just constant, just the whole day.
You guys are
And so,
badasses, really.
yeah, I followed her advice. I came in before I, I don't want to pass out there from so much work. But yeah, it was productive and got to work today and tomorrow. I'm going to take Wednesday off. I'm going to finish up those last four poles, get that out of the way. I'm going to vacuum up some more leaves. I got a leaf sucker for Prime Day in July, and I've used it a couple times already. So
Who's
it's nice to
fancy
be able
now?
to go out there and just suck these leaves up. And I got a 12 amp motor, so it really sucks up the leaves really well. It mulches them, throws them in a bag in my backpack.
This
Yeah,
thing really sucks.
it really sucks. Sucks good. But yeah. So things were going good. I'll probably suck up some leaves on Wednesday too, because the tree, after I cleaned up all the leaves, it decided just to dump a whole bunch more because that's what trees do. They just like to piss you off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but what's in my glass? You ask.
I did.
Crux
Ooh.
Fermentation. This is an Oregon beer. This is my first. Oh, not my first. My second fresh hop. Well, I've had a few of these already, but I mean, my second style or fresh hop beer. Well, I don't know, different fresh hop beer because I've had a bunch of the Mad Swede fresh hop. I had four pints of that, and then I've had. I think this is my last can of this one. It's using fresh hop Oh yeah, it's called New Favorite Fresh Hop Number 86 Hazy IPA. And we know that the experimental 586 is a hop that I really enjoyed. I really enjoy it, actually. Jim Dandy made a fantastic pale ale with it. Like a hazy pale. It works really well with hazy beers. Has some, some kind of delicate flavors in there. I like this. It's got, it's not over the top. It's got some good flavors. It's good beer. So I'm drinking fresh hop during fresh hop season.
Mm.
And I have a couple other IPAs and Lonesome Larry lager in my bucket as well. Okay, Kris, we've been chatting away, but let's get this show started. But before we do that, we always want to let anyone new listening to Tap the Craft podcast know what we're all about. We are an educational podcast focused around celebrating all things craft beer because we want to assist you, our listeners, along in your craft beer journey and adventures. And you are listening to episode 241, and we are recording on Monday, October 16th, 2023. And we are live on Facebook. So if you'd like to join us during our recording session, you can do that on the Monday before we release at 8:30 Eastern Time. Come join us, chat with us, and we will interact with you on the air live. And in this episode, we're going to be reviewing the Great American Beer Fest 2023 statistics and the winner breakdown. I was personally going to just forget about this Great American Beer Fest because I was very disappointed. But Kris insisted we need to celebrate all the good breweries that we love in their Meadowin. So we will be talking about that, as well as doing our October 10-tacker, mini tacker of the month unboxing. You have that ready, Kris? Okay, get prepared. We're going to open that thing up and show our listeners what we have this month, as well as some great beer conversation as we go through the show. Kris and I would like to thank all of our Patreon supporters because this episode is brought to you in part by our satisfied Patreon supporters like Mike Allen, Bill Schlemmer, Kevin and Amanda Argauer, Mike Blanchard, Tara Carlson, and Jim Kutzel, Alex Fuchs, and Mark Reedy, who are our virtual producers. And we have Tom Byrne, Jeff Seiler, Johan Halberg, Chalamasa, Mark Church, and Eric Gronley, who want to buy us a virtual beer. And if you enjoy the content we provide, we invite you to support the show by toasting your host or buying us a virtual beer or even becoming a virtual producer. You can explore the options on our support page by visiting patreon.com/tapthecraft. Whew, okay.
Nailed it.
We got
Kyle said he was drinking a barrel-aged mermaid's milk from Marker 48.
Oh, yeah. Marker 48. Yum, yum. Okay, Kris, you ready to go ahead and open up this October mini tacker of the month?
I love this. This happens so quickly.
Yeah, we get right into it. We don't want to leave our watchers and our listeners hanging. We want to show them what you can get, and I really do hope a lot of our listeners are participating in this subscription because it is fun to get these boxes and to see what you're going to get, and especially the last few they've really knocked these out of the ballpark because that Oktoberfest one is my favorite, and then that one before that with the Miami Vice theme one, that was awesome as well.
You mean this one?
Yeah, I have them all right there. You see, I got the Miami Vice one there, and I have the Oktoberfest there.
Yeah.
And then my underwear is right there. See, I have them all right there. Yeah.
It's nice because these are all on the command strip, so I can just go and put them right back where they belong.
Uh-oh. I see something.
You see somebody's underwear?
Familiar with. Dead guy sticker.
No way.
I didn't mean to give it away, Kris. You're the guy with the extra swag. Let's go ahead and see what the extra swag, the October swag is. It says, what can we say? We are suckers for good crack and peel die cut stickers, and this rad decal from Rogue Ales is no exception. It's Dead Guy from Rogue Ales. What do you do with your brewery stickers? We'd love to hear. Thank you for being a member of the Mini Tacker of the Month Club. Use your discount code TAPTHECRAFT, all one word, every time you make a purchase at tentackers.com for 10% off your order. So yeah, we got a nice die cut sticker.
Well, what do you do with your stickers, Denny? Because I do two things with them, and I'll tell you what they are after you tell me yours.
So what do I do with my stickers?
Mm-hmm.
I have some on my 40-ounce water bottle that I take everywhere.
Okay.
But I just collect them because I'm scared to put them on things, because what if something happens and I can't get it back? I'll lose that sticker forever. But I need to be, I can't be so protective of these things.
So I'm with you. I put them on my water bottle too. I just got this one, so this is the only one that's on there. So I guess technically I do three things. That's the only one that's on my water bottle. I will also just hoard them and not put them on anything yet.
I know. I hoard them too. I'm a hoarder.
But what I usually do, for those of you that have been listening to us for a while, I usually put them on a magnet and stick them to my beer fridge. And I haven't
that idea.
I haven't done that in a while. And I was just in a beer group a couple of days ago on Facebook, and this one guy posted a picture of his refrigerator, and he goes, "Hey, what do you guys all ask the same question? What do you guys do with your beer stickers?" He says, "I put them on magnets so I can put them on my fridge. And if my fridge ever takes a crap, I don't lose the stickers." And I went, "Oh my gosh, I do the same thing." So that's what I do with them. But
okay. Are you ready to open up our mini tacker?
yes.
Okay. So it's got that nice sticker there. We can open that.
I'm going to cut this plastic off first.
Oh, wow. I like this one too. This is also another nice one. Before I show it off, I'm going to take this plastic wrap off because they do such a great job protecting these tackers from damage. Because you don't want your tacker damaged before you can get it.
This is a cool one.
Yeah. I like that it's October themed.
It is.
And it's not from Rogue Ales. So
it's not. I was excited, but I mean, I saw the dead guy sticker and I went, "Oh, that's awesome. Maybe we got a dead guy tacker too." I like this one better, from South County Brewing Company in Pennsylvania.
Okay, here it is. Ooh, look at that.
That's a cool one. Now on Denny's, you can see it a little better, but on mine, there's a little bit of green there, so it's probably going to show.
There's some green. So there's some roses with some green leaves. There's a skull, a cow skull, or there's some grain, some I don't know, some grain things, and there's a beer on top of that skull with a.
That's definitely barley.
In a robe.
Definitely
and
barley.
And there's some red like little smoke things coming around. It's very, very nice.
That's a cool one. I'm gonna add this Rogue Dead Guy sticker to my stack here, so we've got that one.
No, I like this one. South County.
I do too. Kyle said, "Yeah, marker 48 sticker on your water bottle, buddy." I have quite the collection over here anymore. It's almost getting to be a little over the top. But hey, I like them. They look pretty cool. So I'm happy that I got these.
Did you already read this thing?
I didn't. So
I'll read it then.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll read it for you.
All right.
So for your wall, South County Brewing Company, it's finally October and the Grim Reaper has come to pay you a visit. This month, we feature our exclusive mini tacker from South County Brewing Company. South County Brewing Company has 2 locations in Pennsylvania, an exceptional facility in York, which is a brew house and distillery, and a tasting room in Fawn Grove. Are you prepared for the Angel of Death? No, I'm not ready yet.
I'll pass, but thank you.
Don't take me, but yes. Thank you for the offer. I will take it next Tuesday. After next Tuesday.
No, not Tuesday. I'll gladly pay you tomorrow for an Angel of Death.
Yeah,
today.
I know. I was trying to. No, that doesn't work. It works for hamburgers.
Hamburgers, yeah.
Not for Grim Reaper visits. No, that
Does
won't work.
not. No. So we'll have to
All
have to
right.
pass on that visit.
Yeah. Well, there we go. There's another great tin tacker, little mini tin tacker that you, if you got the October, you are enjoying that one along with us. I just want to thank Jen over at tintackers.com for this awesome treat that Kris and I both got to open on air unboxing tonight. Okay. No feedback, but if you do have feedback, you can send it to our email address at taptocraft@gmail.com or just post it on Facebook. Kris would love to interact with you, and we can get it on the show at facebook.com/taptocraft. We also have a voicemail line, so if you don't like typing and you just want to talk to us, you can call our voicemail at 208-536-3359. If that's too many numbers because you've already been drinking a couple already tonight, it's 208-53-ODDLY. Less numbers. Easy.
Or you just save it in your phone and go, hey, call Tap the Craft.
Yeah. Or you
and then we'll do that.
Save it in your
too.
phone and just tell Siri or Alexa
or Google or whatever it is
Google
you do
to call your favorite craft beer podcast, Tap the Craft. And we do have a website. You can visit it at tapthecraft.com. We are putting a few things up there. We do have links to the show. You have a lot of stuff on there you can go and find. I need to get better at putting all the videos on. It takes time, and time is something I just don't have a lot of these days. Now, maybe once I retire, I'll have enough time to go put all those YouTube videos up on the website.
Hey, I got another one uploaded the other day, so we're winning.
Good. You're doing good, Kris. You're doing good. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue this conversation, Kris, because now it is time to untap the craft and see what our listeners are drinking according to Untapped.
Yep,
ready?
so I am. So I had to mute myself because I was having a little coughing fit. Probably going to need to crack open another beer here in a minute. But remember, guys, if you want us to read your Untapped check-ins, make sure you follow me on Untapped at MCK1345. And we usually read the check-ins approximately 24 hours prior to our recording, which we do every other week. So we're going to start with Sunny Pal, and he is drinking an Autumn Drops by Stepping Stone Brewing Company. Excuse me. And he said on his 4 1/4 cap rating on this one, he said I broke it down for some tasting notes. The fragrance was tropical, green, light grain. Taste was tropical, mango, citrus, peach, melon, pear, green, dank, slightly malted grain, nice but a little heavy. It offers a slightly different flavor profile than the classic fruit bomb. So that is what he is checking into with 4 1/4 caps. Mr. Tom Byrne is drinking an Old Man Dirk from this year by Barbarian Brewing, 4 1/4 caps. No notes to go along with that one. But he's also checking into their Oktoberfest, their Snoop Wolf, great name, by the way, and Fields of Green.
Wait, is that instead of Snoop Dogg, is Snoop Wolf?
I mean, that's probably the only way you can do it without getting in trouble.
Didn't he change his name to Snoop Lion? Like that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm Snoop Wolf, Snoop WOLFF, something like that.
Okay.
He's also checking into a Fields of Green, the Fresh Hop Simcoe 2023 by Fort George Brewery, and gave that one 4 1/4 caps as well.
That's Fremont.
Nope, it says Fort George Brewery.
Oh, no, Fields of Green. Yeah, you're right. Fields to Ferment is Fremont. Oh, my bad. Yeah, Fields of Green is Fort George. Fort George, yeah.
All right. Next on his list, got a handful of people in here. What happened to my screen? There we go. Emily Allen is drinking a Munch Berry by 903 Brewers at Route 5 and 20, which I'm not sure where that is, but hey, we're going to read it anyway. She said, like drinking the milk of the cereal as advertised. Not sure why this draws such a low rating. She gave it a 4 cap rating, so
It's
must not have
because
been too bad.
It's because it's cereal beer.
Don't hate on cereal beer, Denny.
I'm not a big fan of cereal beer. I think it's a gimmick that I don't think it
Well, it
works.
tastes delicious.
Okay.
Okay. Arthur Warchek is drinking a Damon Dandelion Chocolate by Hill Farmstead Brewery. Gave that 4.5 caps. The only notes he put yesterday. So
yesterday.
I hope it was delicious yesterday. He's also drinking a Fremont Brewing beer, the Brew 5000 from 2021, also from yesterday, that he gave 4.5 caps to.
Wow.
Jeff Seiler. I like the can art, first off. But Perpetual Patience by Knotted Root Brewing Company. He said, this is delicious. I'm a sucker for a beer with a dog on the label, especially one that is dedicated to a brewery pup. Cheers to Asher Boy. You are obviously loved by many. And Asher Boy is looks like an Australian cattle dog. 4.5 cap rating, or a blue healer for some of my other friends. Funny enough, Megan has a blue healer named Asher. Let's see.
Does it like to nip your heels?
Hmm?
I know. I worked with blue healers when I was working the farm in high school, and
oh yeah,
and they're great herding dogs. I mean, they're smart and they'll herd, but you got to really be careful because they will.
Oh, and they don't care how big things are either.
Yeah, they'll nip a little hard and tear the skin.
I saw a video the other day where like this bull just flipped it over on its back, and he was just like, "Okay, keep going."
Yeah.
Let's see. Next on the list, Emily Allen again is drinking a Green by Treehouse Brewing Company, canned on 9/28/23. That doesn't get much fresher than that, especially if you're drinking an IPA. She said dry and bitter with a tropical nose. Yum. 4.5 cap rating. Jeff Weesey checking into a Deadhead IPA series, Tour Bus by Destil. Is that how you pronounce it? Destil? Destihl.
I always call it
Distill,
but I don't know. I that's a good question. I wonder how you do pronounce. I always call it distill.
Okay, we'll go with Distill. You've got more experience with them than I do. He said almost a melon flavor profile, some sweet fruitiness, a bit of a dank finish, but I like it. Cheers. 4.25 caps to go along with that one. Excuse me. This moose drool is making me moose burp. Excuse me. Let's see. Next on our list, Jeff Weesey and Emily Allen. Y'all are busy in the last couple days. Checking into a Hop Honey by Black Flag Brewing Company. Chad Lamassa continuing his check-in streak. Lots of hops, he says. The honey comes through on the finish and lingers on my tongue. This is delicious. 4.5 cap rating for that beer. Mr. Bill Schlemmer checking into an Antique Synthesizers, great name, by Noon Whistle Brewing. Great job by Noon Whistle, and this on this 9% triple, a very smooth beer with a good balance between hops and a little sweetness. 4.25 caps for that one. Let's see. Next on our list is going to be Denny. My computer's being weird.
Oh,
no, we're fine. We're fine. Matt Knight checking into a Fest of Both Worlds. I like what you did there. You and I got tagged into this 43 minutes ago. It's by Jack's Abbey Craft Lagers.
Ooh.
He said, just a damn tasty beer after the most Monday of Mondays, buddy. I can relate. 4.5 cap rating to go for that check-in. Emily Allen again checking into a Blizzy Shamrock Shake by Fifth Frame Brewing Company. I didn't realize this is what it said, but I'm going to read it anyway, and I'm glad I did. So again, checking into the Shamrock Shake by Fifth Frame Brewing. No rating, but she squirted everywhere. Her words, not mine. Mark Connor is drinking a Suitcase Full of Wonder by Three Trails Brewing. The nose is very, very good. Taste is slightly sweet berry juice and cheek puckering. The name is a Fantastic Beasts reference. Yes, it is, as a matter of fact. And he gave it a 3.5 cap rating to go along with his beer. I wonder if Mr. Scarmander would approve. Hit refresh. Ooh, squeak this one in just in time, Mr. Eric Gronley.
Oh, Eric.
He's drinking an Ich Will by Broken Clock Brewing Cooperative. Forgot to check into this one yesterday. Such a great season that brings out all those Oktoberfest beers out, hanging out, Oktoberfest beers out, hanging out yesterday at breweries and patios with good friends who I consider brothers was the real treat. The 4 cap rating to go along with that one.
Yeah.
And as of right now, that's what everybody is drinking.
Shoo, wow, that was quite the
a little bit of everything on that list.
Yeah, a little squirting and everything.
Yeah. Sometimes they squirt on you. That's just how you know you're doing it right.
Shamrock shake, huh?
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's that good. But all right, well, that's good. Everyone's enjoying some good craft beer out there. Yeah, I got me sidetracked. But hey, do you know what? It's time for the Brew Buzz, because the Brew Buzz is devoted to discussing various beer-related topics. This week, we want to learn about all the Great American Beer Fest 2023 statistics and some of the winners. There's too many winners to list them all, but I went ahead and I pulled out important states to us and our listeners. You know, some of our key listeners, I always like to find out how their states did, as well as our states, as well as some of the bigger ones. I always leave California out because they're too big. They win all the awards.
They're always like, we got 87 medals or whatever they were this year.
We already know they have great breweries there that I want to visit all of them, but never will. Maybe one day I'll visit some of them, but let's go visit some of the smaller, states.
Yeah, like, Washington.
Yes, like Washington. So one thing I need to say is, if you want to hear about going, like, get experience or find out about what it's like to go to Great American Beer Fest. Honestly, I would love to get Mike Allen on the show and have him talk about his experiences. But Beer in Front podcast, our buddy Dave Zalatoris, he interviewed someone that lives in Colorado and goes to the Great American Beer Fest every year, and has some great insight on what it's like, what to expect, and what he likes about the events. So listen to his podcast and that episode if you want to find out more about someone who's actually been there. And I realized that I will probably never go to Great American Beer Fest for a number of reasons, but
not with an attitude like that.
I just don't like crowds.
No, I'm with you.
And then I learned that the beer, the tasting glass, you get 1 ounce pours. Come on, what's the use of even trying beers? You only get 1 ounce. You can't tell what the beer's like.
A 1 ounce pour?
1 ounce pours. And
they give you a little solo cup. Like, what the hell?
I mean, they give you this like sip. It's like a sip, and I have trouble. I haven't been getting flights because I realize that I can't really appreciate what the beer has to offer with that little of an amount.
5 ounces.
Yeah, with 5 ounces. So I go with 10 ounces or above for the last 2 years. That's what I've been doing, 2 or 3 years, because I'm able to really get more of what that beer is. 1 ounce, come on, not worth it.
How do you even pour that? Like, I mean,
I don't know.
And you're going to get nothing but foam.
Yeah.
Now we're over here bitching about stuff we don't know really a whole lot about, but hey.
I don't, but I already told myself probably I would never go to Great American Beer Fest because it's just too many people, and I don't like people. I like people. I don't like being in
people
crowds
suck.
of people. No, I love people. I love interacting with people, but I don't want to be, in that whole thing. I don't go to conventions and stuff.
Yeah, where it's shoulder to shoulder with people, and you gotta, excuse me. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, but I did want to shout out the Beer in Front podcast. Go listen to Dave's episode on the Great American Beer Fest. The guy's interviewing the guy who has a lot of good stuff to say. I really enjoyed that one. All right, let's get started. So, in 2023, the Great American Beer Fest saw 9,298 beer entries. That's a lot of beer. A lot of beer to be judged. Judged across 99 categories from 2,033 breweries, resulting in 303 medals and 325 first-time Great American Beer Fest entrants. So of those nearly 9,300, there was 325 that the first time they've entered beer into the contest, and 16 first-time Great American Beer Fest winners. So 16 of those 303 first time ever, which I guess is good, but also, I guess it's these guys that know how to brew beers and win medals know how to win medals. So
Apparently.
they brew good beer and they know what how to get beers in to win. The competition took place in 3 phases over 9 days and was judged by 250 beer experts from 10 countries. This year's biggest winners include Breakside Brewing with a total of 4 medals, including 3 gold medals and one silver. Third Eye Brewing also nabbed 4 medals, 2 golds and 2 silvers. And in California's Figueroa Mountain Brewing has a 13-year winning streak.
Wow.
I've never even heard of Figueroa Mountain. And they've won 13 in a row for continuous years with the Great American Beer Fest medal wins, with this year's silver medal for Hibiscus Lime Shandy. Can we even call that really a beer?
It's a shandy, Denny.
It's a shandy. But if you go back to our early shows where we talked about what shandies are, usually shandies are just taking really crappy beer and throwing in some kind of a flavor.
Like lemonade.
But maybe this is different. It obviously won a silver medal in the herb and spice category. And we have Colorado's Cannonball Creek continues its 11-year medal streak with a gold medal in the American style pale ale for its beer called Featherweight. Wow, that's the same beer I think that won before, because that sounds familiar. Featherweight, yeah. Okay, California continues its winning streak with 73 medals. Again, they have so many breweries, and
it's hard not to win.
Yeah, 73 medals across gold, silver, and bronze. Colorado came in second place with 40 medals, and Oregon surpassed Texas with 23 medals, and the Lone Star State got 19, as well as Ohio nabbing 19. So there's a top 5 medal winners states-wise. So it was good to see Ohio in there for old John Ream. Bad Trek isn't one of those medal winners. Come on, man. You can't win if you don't enter.
And he's making that craft beer money now. So, I mean, you should have plenty of entries in there.
Big bank. Big bank. All right, Kris, I'm going to let you go ahead and handle the top 5 most entered style category winners. Each style and gold, silver, and bronze winner.
Terrific. Well, we're going to start with category 65. It's the Juicy or Hazy IPA. And it topped out at 365 entries this year. Sounds about right.
That's about right. Yeah.
Comparison from last year. The gold medal went to the beer called Away Days from 1852 Brew Company out of Visalia, California. There's California's first one. Yeah, silver went to the folks over at Corn Coast Brewing Company for their Juicy Mid-Tones out of Lincoln, Nebraska.
Wow.
And yeah, Nebraska's, they got nothing else to do except grow corn and brew beer. So, I mean, might as well.
Corn Coast.
The Corn Coast. Never heard it called that before. That's pretty awesome. And then Side Hustle Brewing out of Hilton Head, South Carolina, got the bronze for Make It Rain.
Make It Rain.
That is the Juicy or Hazy IPA category. Followed up by category 66, the West Coast style IPA with a meager 301 entries. And geez, every year, guys, if you've never looked at the winnings for GABF, usually the top couple of categories with the most entries are all IPAs. And this year is no different. So bronze is going to the folks over at Uprise Brewing Company out of Spokane, Washington for their Bright Side IPA. Silver is going to Slice Beer Company out of Lincoln, California. Not Lincoln, Nebraska, but Lincoln, California, for their Untold Prophecy. And gold in the West Coast IPA, going to the folks at Westbound and Down Brewing Company out of Idaho Springs, Colorado, for their Westbound Select.
Wait a minute. Where are you at, man?
You said we were reading the top
Yeah.
5 categories, right? I'm right here on category 66.
Yeah, but it's Uprise Brewing Company, Brightside IPA. What did you
I went
read?
backwards. I went from
Oh,
bronze to
you went
gold.
back. Oh, you
Yeah.
totally confused
I was
me,
like,
man.
just like, shit, what did I do?
You
Like,
totally got me, man. I wasn't even paying attention. I was
well, since we've already kind of sidetracked a little, Eric Gronley left a comment that said, highly recommend to anyone, not so much with GABF Denver only, but if these competitions come to your area, and I totally agree with this, volunteer and help out. I remember when you did this, Eric, he said he helped out with the World Beer Cup last year on the competition side, and it was a blast. I got to interact with judges and table captains and completely geeked out. Everyone I met was so patient, professional, and a pleasure to work with. And the Brewers Association is top shelf. They care about the people and the beer. So that's good to hear too. I agree with him. If you get the opportunity to even if it's nothing crazy like GABF or the World Beer Cup, volunteer at a beer event. A couple things are going to happen. One, you're going to make some cool beer friends. Two, you get to drink basically for free. Okay. Other than you donate your time. And anytime I've ever volunteered personally, I've always just had a lot of fun. So,
nice.
I mean, that's why I have all these Marker 48 stickers. All right. Next category is category 36. Denny, I'm going to start at bronze and work my way up to gold again.
Okay.
This is the light lager with 284 entries. Now, this one I'm surprised is seeing so much play. This one and the next one after it. It's kind of like beer flavored beer, which I've really been leaning towards a lot lately.
There's been a lot of breweries making lighter lagers, and it's been nice to have these light lagers. I've been drinking a lot of them this year, and whoever would have thought that me, Mr. IPA for so many years, would be drinking stuff that is super light and easy? Why? Because it tastes good, and it's not making me all hammered all the time,
bloated and super drunk.
Bloated. Yeah.
All right. Well, starting with our bronze, out of Cincinnati, Ohio, comes Mad Tree Brewing. Love their beers. Their beer, Legendary Lager, took the bronze medal in the light lager category. Moving on up to silver, Lone Tree Brewing Company out of Lone Tree, Colorado, with their Mexican lager. And then the gold goes to Nashville Brewing Company out of where else but Nashville, Tennessee, for their Nashville Light.
Nice.
So that's going to be the light lager category. Category 45 is the next on the list. 228 entries for the German style Pilsner. Excuse me. This lush is making me a little burp.
You get a little. I'm burpy too.
Yeah. Well, this is the start of my third beer, so nice. I'm just going. Eric also said, I'm behind on a few episodes. Don't take away my assigned seat. See you. Chat with you guys
Eric,
again.
Man, you were super listener.
This is unacceptable, Gronley. Get your team together. All right. So the German style Pilsner, 228 entries. The bronze goes to Tenma Beer Project out of Oakland, California, for their Don't Fear the Answer. Hey, at least this one has a cool name.
Yeah.
Silver goes to Prost Brewing Company out of Denver, Colorado, for their Prost Pilsner. And then Lazarus Brewing Company. I wonder why it says Laz 2.
Because they probably have two breweries. It's from Laz 2. Yeah.
Out of Austin, Texas, for their Prodigal Pills.
Okay.
But
so nice to see two lagers on here. And this is the same thing last year, I believe. We also had two lagers in the top 5.
Was
German
it?
Style, yeah, okay. I think German style Pilsner was one. I think there was another American lager or something was in there, or maybe light lager again. So it's nice. Okay. Well, good. All right. Now we're on to the last one, right? The last.
I'm surprised this category wasn't higher up on the list for the number of entries.
I think it's because all the IPAs are getting split into like smaller
Yeah.
things, right? So now you have West Coast split out from American, split out from the hazy IPA.
Yeah.
And so
I wonder, was that all right. What about the New England IPA? Where was that one? Was that a category? I mean, come on here. Let's
no,
get it together.
They made it hazy. They don't have a New England category. It's hazy. Hazy
Well,
IPA
there's
and
always
hazy
next
pale.
year. There's always next year. All right. Category 64, the American style IPA with just 206 entries on this one. Bronze is going to 3 Mile Brewing Company out of Davis, California. And they brewed their Downtown Tom IPA. Next one, Breakside Brewery and Tap Room out of, is that Milwaukee?
Yeah, it's Milwaukee. Yeah, it's one of their other sites, not in the Portland area. It's outside of
Okay.
Portland.
Well, it's just confusing because it's in Oregon, Milwaukee, Oregon.
Yeah.
For their Breakside IPA. And Ohio, they won this last year for this beer, I do believe. Their Headhunter IPA from Fatheads Brewery and Saloon out of North Olmsted, Ohio.
Is that the same one that Jeff gave us at blind
Yes.
tasting?
Yes, it
I
was.
think so, right?
Yep.
All right. Good.
That's a good one if you can get it.
Okay.
All right. So you want me to grab these or you want to do these?
Yeah, just grab these. You might
Okay.
as well. You're on a roll.
All right. So most metalled brewery throughout all of GABF was in a tiny town called Sharonville, Ohio. Was Third Eye Brewing Company. They won 2 golds and 2 silvers for their herb and spice beer. They took a gold. Their chocolate beer, they took a gold. Pumpkin beer took silver, and a collaboration competition, they took a silver as well.
So I'm just thinking chocolate beer. There must not be a lot of chocolate beer entries, is there?
Look, you can be strategic with your entries too. Like, what was the one up at the top where you're like, that's not even a beer? The herb and spice one.
Yeah,
from Third Eye.
Yeah, I can understand urban spice, but come on, the shandy. I don't know.
Listen, if I'm dropping a few $100s to make an entry, I don't know what it costs, but I'm imagining it's a couple $100 to get an entry over there. Yeah. I'm gonna put my entries where I'm gonna be most effective.
Yeah.
Not
and chocolate beer is one of them. Because like I said, it's got to be like 15 entries.
Or if I'm like, okay, I'm entering into 2 categories to be really specific, and let's throw one in there in that hazy IPA category and be one of those 365 in there, just for giggles. But the collaboration competition had 95 entries. The gold medal went to Cheluna Brewing Company and Prost Brewing Company for their Luna Mexican Export Lager, which I would have loved to get a hold of that one. That would have been, sounds pretty good. Mounds of Importance take silver. That's Third Eye Brewing and Narrow Path Brewing Company. And then Tuesdays, that messed with me a little bit. Excuse me. Tuesdays took the bronze with a collaboration from Attic Brewing Company and Two Locals Brewing Company.
All right. So I'm gonna save your vocal cords for a minute so you can handle all the medals that Florida won. But I'll go over the Brewery of the Year awards. So there's a bunch of different categories. So I'll start off with the 0 to 250 barrels Brewery and Brewer of the Year goes to Shred Beer Company out of Rockland, California, so congratulations to them. From 251 to 500 barrels is the Big Friendly out of Oklahoma City. Congratulations, Big Friendly. From 501 to 1,000 barrels goes to Balter Beer Works from Knoxville, Tennessee. Wow, another Tennessee brewery making big awards there. From 1,001 to 2,000 barrels is, we've heard this name several times, Third Eye Brewing out of Sharonville, Ohio. 2,001 to 5,000 barrels goes to Liquid Gravity Brewing out of San Luis Obispo, California. I really want to try these guys' beer. Everything I hear about them just sounds fantastic. I love hearing them on the Brewing Network. Every time they're on, I really enjoy that. So yeah, congratulations to them. 5,001 to 15,000 barrels goes to Wibby Brewing out of Longmont, California. Colorado. Never heard of Wibby, but they make 5,000 to 15,000 barrels a year. 15,000 to 100,000 goes to St. Arnold Brewing out of Houston, Texas. And the brewery and brewer of the year goes to Allagash Brewing out of Portland, Maine. Wow. Congratulations to all those breweries for winning these awards. Congratulations. All right, Kris. Now, the whole reason you want to talk about the Great American Beer Festival, what medals did Florida win?
Florida won a couple of them. 6 to be exact.
Yeah.
We took 2 gold, 1 silver, and 3 bronze. And the gold goes to our friends over at Corporate Ladder Brewing Company right outside of Tampa in Palmetto, Florida. Their dessert stout or pastry stout category. We had another gold go to Odd Breed Wild Ales in Pompano Beach for their Loup et Renard Saison in the mixed culture or Brett beer category. Another Tampa location for Coppertail, their Night Swim. That's a delicious beer for their brown porter.
Nice.
Next on the list, I think I just had this one a couple of weeks ago. Matthews Brewing Company and their Belgian style wit beer called White Goblin. They took a bronze for that one. Oh, another Tampa brewery.
Yeah.
Magnanimous Brewing out of Tampa / Bradenton, Florida. Their German wheat ale called Der Hexenmeister. And
now this is a shocker, right? Because they're known for their hoppy beers,
but
they also make German wheat ales that win bronze medals.
They went real heavy in the IPAs initially, and then they've put out some really good. Wow, they just put out some really good stuff. Period. Because I've had some of their stouts, their barrel aged stuff that are just big chewy stouts. Lighter beers like I don't know if I've had this German wheat ale, but they've had Pilsners and things on their IPAs. A lot of people have tried their Juice Lord and the series of beers that came from that. They do some really good stuff. And then the last one on the list is called Night Strike from Leader Brewing in Palm Bay, Florida. They took a bronze in the non-alcoholic beer category.
Nice.
So
well
congratulations to all the Florida breweries.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and hit Ohio, since you've lived in Ohio for a while as well.
All right. So Ohio had 18 medal winners, 8 gold, 7 silver, and 3 bronze. The most, I would assume these are the highest medal
ones that had
winners.
Yeah. All the other ones had 1 medal. I'm not going to go and list every single one.
Yeah, you got to win more for us to talk about you guys. More than 1. Fatheads Brewery, we talked about them. 3 medal winners, all 3 gold medals. Third Eye Brewing, said their name plenty of times this evening. 4 medals. They won 2 gold and 2 silver. And then Brink Brewing, 2 medals. They won 1 gold and 1 bronze.
Yeah. All right, Kris. Drink up. Get those vocal cords ready for the next section. I'm going to go ahead and do Oregon and Washington. Oregon had 23 medal winners, 9 gold, 8 silver, and 6 bronze. The most went to Breakside Brewing with 4 medals. They had 3 gold and 1 silver. That's a good haul right there. Next is Tin Bell Brewing with 3 medals. They had 2 gold and a silver. Then my favorite brewery, Deschutes Brewery, 3 medals, 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. Way to play the whole field there.
Yeah.
Great. Another one of Kris and my favorite breweries, Freem Family Brewers. We talk about them all the time. 3 medals, 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. Can't complain about that. So good job, Oregon. And then we have Washington. They dropped down a little bit to 14 medal winners, 3 gold, 7 silver, and 4 bronze. A brewery I really enjoy. They do really good hoppy beers. Cloudburst Brewing. right down the street from Pike's Place Market. So if you go to Seattle and go to Pike's Place Market, go up the mountain, up the hill a little bit, and go get some cloudfish, some some Cloudburst Brewing. They had 2 medals, 1 silver and 1 bronze. My favorite gluten-free brewery in Seattle area, outside of Seattle, Ghostfish Brewing. I've talked about them on the show. 2 medals, 1 gold, 1 silver. And then a brewery I've never heard of, Colshan Brewing, 2 medals, 1 gold, and 1 silver. All right, Kris, why don't you go ahead and just blast through some of the states where we have some listeners that interact with us a lot on the show.
Definitely.
Just a number of medals they won.
Well, my home state of Maryland, 3 medal winners, 1 gold and 2 silver. The state of Maine picked up 2. They had 1 gold and 1 silver. Both went to Allagash in the state of Maine. Minnesota's got 2 medal winners, 1 gold and 1 bronze. North Carolina, 4 medals, 3 gold and 1 silver. Oklahoma, 3 medals, 2 gold, 1 bronze. Virginia, 7 medals, nice. 4 gold, 1 silver, 2 bronze. And the folks in Wisconsin got 1 medal. And you know what? It was gold.
Yes. Way to go.
Way to score for the Wisconsin over there.
All right. These states did way better than Idaho because we got the big giant goose egg. 0. Yeah. Unbelievable. We couldn't pull out 1 medal. Too bad.
It's all right. You're saving it up for next year.
Yeah, we're saving it up. Next year, we're going big. We're going to win. We're going to beat out California next year.
Yeah, no doubt. You're going to have to get Haley and Davis to start setting
it. I need them to start submitting to the GABF.
I love how
they will win.
I love how we're spending their money for them. Be like, we need you guys to submit some beers.
Well, I do appreciate that Corporate Ladder won again. This is like their 3rd GABF that they've won medals since they've opened not that long ago. So wonderful that they're winning. Wonderful that Coppertail Brewing's winning, and wonderful that Magnanimous Brewing is winning as well because, good breweries. We talked about them on the show, and we talked about them a lot when we had the Fermented Reality show we were doing as well. We interviewed Coppertail, and we interviewed Corporate Ladder, Blake from Corporate Ladder, on our show. So if you want to go and find out more about Corporate Ladder, you know what? I should have prepared what episode that was, but it was a couple years ago.
It was.
So go back about 50 episodes, and it's probably about 50.
Actually, just listen to all of the episodes, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, listen to them all. You know what? I can actually tell you which episode because I have a list right here. I just have to go and find the one
and search.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not very good at searching on this stuff. I can just go, and I have an idea of where it's at.
You're going to press Control F. And it'll bring up a search field for you.
Well, why don't you just do it for me, man?
Okay. Well, because I'm trying to tag all these medal winners.
Oh my gosh, you're not, are you?
I am.
You know what? Maybe it was 3 years ago.
It was a while ago.
Episode 131.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's
like a half a decade ago.
That was 4 years ago. We interviewed Corporate Ladder. Wow. Go back to 131.
I told him.
Back on. Yeah.
I said, we need to have you back on. I said, but it's been a damn long time since you guys have been on here.
It was episode 1 of season 6.
Wow.
And we're on season 10 now. So 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago almost. Wow. Great job. I just wanted to say that, I'm proud of all those guys. Okay. Let's move on. We're done with the brew buzz. Let's go into our new and noteworthy beers. Kris, what new and noteworthy beers have you had since our last episode?
So I swear that unless I travel, all my beers are from Tampa. But I had one last night from Cigar City, their Alcatador series. I'm not sure which one it was anymore, but it was called Hecate, and Hecate was a bourbon barrel-aged imperial stout with vanilla and maple. And initially I saw maple on there, and I'm going, this is going to be
Yeah,
You're
too
gonna have that
sweet.
fake maple flavor the whole time you're drinking it, and then 4 hours later, you're still gonna be tasting it. Clocking in at 15.5% in this beer, and I'll say for someone who doesn't like maple, Tina enjoyed it.
Wow, 15. That's a lot of alcohol in a beer.
Well, I drank the majority of it,
Oh, okay.
like a champion.
Yeah, like a champ. You didn't
And
fall down.
I didn't. No, we were watching the hockey game last night.
Oh, this was last night.
This was last night.
No
Yeah,
wonder you're feeling a little groggy today.
maybe. I don't
Maybe
know.
that's it. Maybe it's linked to the fact that you drank this big beer.
Maybe. But I did it the night before. Yeah, the night before as well. I had like a 12%er, but that's what I drank during the entire game. So
Okay.
anyway, so the Hecate, I put in my notes. I actually wrote notes on this one, and I'm ill prepared to read you my notes, but I can tell you they say something similar to very chocolatey, chocolatey barrel. Great. Barrelly.
Woody.
There it is. Chocolate, vanilla, maple, and just a hint of barrel makes this 15.5% beer smooth and an easy drinker.
Smooth and easy. You got an easy drinker to a 15.5% beer.
Yeah, it was not. You did not drink it and go, I'm going to be trashed here in a minute. No,
it was easy drinking because you passed out and don't remember that you
maybe
drank it.
But I remember watching the whole game of us losing last night. But hey, that's okay. That's okay. It's the third game of the season. We got time.
Okay. You still have time.
The second beer that I had, I'm excited to say that we're going to have these folks, as long as everything goes as planned, we're going to have these folks on the show next episode, Denny.
Are we? You didn't even tell me until just now.
I know, because I just got the email like 5 minutes ago that said, great, we're good to go.
Let's do it.
So the folks over at Leaven Brewing right here in, well, you would call it Riverview, Florida. I had their LeavenFest. Why do I have 2 ratings on there?
11. How do you have 2?
There you go.
No. Oh,
I do. Yeah, I got it. So I put my rating in the wrong spot and I'm typing. And anyway,
what's Terrific Fest beer? That's the name of the beer?
No, so it's Leaven Brewing's LeavenFest. My notes on it was Terrific Fest beer, light malty sweetness, and very easy to drink. 4.5 caps to go along with that one.
And it's very matly.
That's why it
was this one also 15.5%?
No, this was probably like 6.
Okay.
But you know me, like I say, I'm always a lightweight. So those are going to be my new and noteworthy beers. And what about you, Denny? What new and noteworthy beers do you have for us this evening?
I have a few. I have 3. I did drink a lot of different beers, but only 3 that I really want to talk about because these ones stuck out in my they stuck out in my mind. The first one, Kris, is going to sound. I mean, people are listening and listen to the last episode. Probably heard Kris talk about this beer because we both were drinking. Our new noteworthy. We're having beers from the same breweries. This was amazing. Bearded Iris Brewing. Bearded Iris. I'm having trouble talking for some reason. The Attention Please! ! New England double IPA. Kris gave this a high rating. I gave it a 4.5 cap rating. I'll tell you what, I really enjoy Bearded Iris Brewing beers. They're really good. This one just knocked my socks off. Here's what I had to say. May I have your attention, please? This beer is delicious. A tropical hop delight, smooth and soft and citrusy, and you say it has 8.2% ABV? No way. It's too easy of a drinker. Easy to get you blitzed after a few for sure. I think I was probably blitzed after this one. Another great beer from Bearded Iris, 4.5 cap rating. So yeah, that beer is fantastic. Kris had it last episode. I had it for this episode, and great. Then my buddy Bob and I decided to hit up Clairvoyant Brewing. They bought out another brewery location and put a bigger brewery system in that location, or brewing out of there. And we hadn't been to this location yet. So we said, let's go there after work on a spur of the moment. He said, at lunchtime, he says, hey, you want to go go grab a drink after work? I said, hell yeah. You don't have to tell me twice. And we were trying to figure out where to go. And he said, you know what? We haven't been to the new Clairvoyant spot. Let's go. I said, we did. At two beers that I hadn't had before. And in fact, I had to enter in one, or if not both of them, into Untapped because they weren't even added yet. The first one is Clairvoyant Brewing's Hoptical Delusion New England Double IPA. And I did this after the fact. I didn't have a lot of notes here. I just said a fantastic New England Double IPA, great hop flavor, and it was really fantastic. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't the typical hop characteristics that you get in New England. It had that, citrusy and stuff, but it also had some great other flavors that just made it very, very pleasant. They just had tapped this thing. It hadn't even, it wasn't even out for very long, and we got to try that one. Had a pint of that, and then the other pint I had that I gave a 4 1/4 from Clairvoyant Brewing, called Novus Spiritus Brown Ale. You guys know how I love brown ale. So when I got there, saw a brown ale on tap, I said, give me the brown ale first. I had that one first. And here I said, a very tasty brown, not too thin, has a great burnt toffee malt flavor, 4 1/4 cap rating. Really good brown ale. Not watery, not, sometimes brown ales can come across a little light. Not light, but not porterish. It just had good flavor at the right body, and so that's what I gave those 3 beers.
Well, they sound fantastic.
Yeah, they are fantastic. Okay, Kris, let's bring the show to a close. But before we do that, I always want to give you a chance to raise your glass to somebody like there was a glass to tonight. So why don't you go ahead and raise your glass?
I want to say happy birthday to Jen at Tin Tackers.
Oh, happy birthday, Jen.
The day this show releases, October 19th, is her birthday. At least that's what it says according to Facebook. But want to wish her a happy birthday. Hope you have an awesome day and you get to enjoy some great beers on your happiest day. So cheers to you, or whatever's left in my glass over here. And Denny, what about you? Who would you like to raise a glass to this evening?
That was it, huh? Okay.
I hope you're ready.
Yeah, you had a lot in there. I thought.
No, I didn't. Just a lot of words.
Okay. First off, I'll raise my glass to our Patreon toast. Goes out to our buddy Alex Fuchs. Cheers, buddy. Stay safe. Also, while we're talking about my Israeli friends, as everyone knows, the conflict, the war, the tragedies that had happened a week ago. I guess it's been a week and a day or 2 days now. It's bad. Luckily so far, I've been able to chat with, most of my friends, and they're all safe. So I'm glad for that. But I remember in 2014, the last time they went into Gaza, I was very, worried because all my friends were over there, and I didn't know if I was going to see them again. And luckily, I didn't lose anyone, and I'm hoping this is the same true this time. And I hope it's able to resolve itself without too many more casualties. And but I want to just let everyone know in Israel, all my friends, that I am thinking about you, and I hope everything works out well. And I want to raise my glass to a coworker at work who we went to a tailgate party, for a work-sponsored tailgate party weekend before last. And we were chatting, and he found out I did a podcast. We talked about it, and his wife was wonderful. And he said, let me know. I want to listen to it. I love learning about beer. So, Kris, if you're listening, thank you for listening. And cheers to you and your lovely wife. I had a great time chatting with you, and I hope you enjoy the show. And of course, being a former serviceman, I want to raise my glass, and I want to thank all those who have served and are currently serving in the U.S. military services, protecting our freedoms. I hope all those who are deployed are able to return home safely very soon. And Kris, why don't you go ahead and give a toast out to our sponsor?
Certainly. So I want to raise my glass to the folks over at Tin Tackers, the provider of sweet metal beer signs that will make your walls happy. Tin Tackers has a vast selection of embossed aluminum beer signs, perfect for your garage, home bar, or man cave. They have the biggest selection with the best prices. They also have a mini tacker of the month club, a club just for craft beer lovers who collect tin tackers. It's a surprise in your mailbox every month. So make sure you visit their website at tintackers.com and use the promo code TAPTHECRAFT at checkout to save 10% on your entire order and to let them know we sent you.
All right. You can find the beers that we talked about on the show notes located on the show post at tapthecraft.com. And it is last call. It is time to bring the show to a close. We want to thank you for downloading and listening. We ask you to please tell a friend. And of course, subscribe on your favorite podcast app. And as a reminder, we release a new show every 2 weeks. Now go out there and spread the good word of craft beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.